Hi, welcome back. If you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Odera. You're watching the Odera channel, and I call this show Making Sense of Humor. It's a little modern day experiment on whether it really takes 10,000 hours for you to master the skill and be great at something. And I'm trying to be great at comedy. I'm starting out from amateur level, knowing nothing, and basically studying all the comedic greats to learn the tricks on the trade and just ripping off the band-aid by going to open mic nights around Los Angeles and trying it out by myself. On this show, I'm going to keep track of my hours to see all the things I do that contribute to my 10,000 hours of making me an expert at this. And one of the things I do is review the set that I've done. So I started recording these sets way back when I did them, but I never watched them. I watched them for the very first time in front of you and to share with you and also review for myself and learn because that is part of the learning process. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video.
All right, you ready? All right, coming up next, very funny person. Please put your hands together for Odero. Odero.
That's me. All right. I'm standing here in front of you. I am currently entering into my rebel phase, my bad girl phase, if you will. You can call me a late bloomer, and I'll explain why. Because for the past 30 years, I've been a child. I've held off being an adult for so long, up until this year. This was the last year I could possibly hold on to being a child. And just stepping into adulthood in 2025 is horrifying, needless to say. Like, everybody's worried about the price of eggs. I'm like, oh, eggs don't come with the fridge. Oh. I had no idea. But how have I been able to avoid adulthood for so long? I'll let you know how. I was raised by a very bougie Nigerian single mother who gave me all the best things in life. I know that's not something you guys are used to hearing, but she was Nigerian. Everything is cheaper in Nigeria, and so the currency conversion rate makes us millionaires over there. And so my mom splurged and made sure she spoiled me, and I was able to enjoy life until I came back over here. And so that does give me a very, very unique perspective. So I'm rebelling, and everybody's rebel face always looks different. Some people get tattoos, piercings, crashed their dad's car, but being Nigerian, I don't know if you've heard, it's doctor, lawyer, or failure. So here I am, failing upward. And that's because the type of jokes I want to make would be unheard of in my Nigerian family. Like, what? You want to say what? But my mom lied to me about being a good adult. She said, if you lie, you won't go far in life. Trump has been president twice. She said, oh my God, you have sex appeal, you need to hide this. People on OnlyFans are millionaires. Mom, what do you mean? If I had started a long time ago, probably half my age, I would have been cashing out by now. But also, I'm realizing that everybody else is also cosplaying as an adult. Safe spaces. I think I had one in kindergarten. Very sure I had one in kindergarten. But I also have unique perspective for another reason. Have you heard of the term two-spirit? I think I'm two-spirit. If you've ever wondered what it was, I have two, but I'm going to explain it to you the way my Nigerian brain processes it. When I was little, I was informed that both my mom's side and my dad's side believe I am reincarnated of their matriarch. And so, even though I was born in the US, I still look at things like an 90-year-old African woman. I'm still in shock at the things going on in the world. For example, I went to elementary school in Greenwich Village, so I grew up around all the gays when it was super cool to know all the gays because they were everywhere. You know, we would go for pride parades in elementary school, but to this day, when a girl hits on me, I'm still shocked. oh, 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 really? Okay. But the most interesting thing is how much Nigerians and Americans have in common. And I don't think the Republicans are gonna like this, but I just wanna let you know, I'm gonna let you have the mic, but there are more Trump supporters in Nigeria than there are in the United States of America. What? I promise you, because I pick up an average Nigerian off the street and ask them, what is wrong with the world? Women have too many rights. Women have too many rights. This gay thing is everywhere. America is out of control. Donald Trump needs to come back and put things in order. So, wait until the Republicans realize how much more in common they have with black people than they thought they did. All right. Thank you.
Give it up for Odero. Nice job.
Okay. I remember feeling like I bombed after that set because my jokes didn't land. When I practiced writing jokes after this, I realized my mistake was I wasn't hitting my punchlines. So I'm really good at the setup, the like story part of it, but the punchlines I kind of, lose it. So right now I have a lot of funny concepts and fleshing out the funny in that. What I'm also learning about comedy is that even though a lot of the topics that I share were like from my real life experiences, the joke itself doesn't have to be real. And I don't know why I thought that the joke had to be like absolutely 100% factual. So that has been, something. This was a point in my comedy writing that I really had to face the fact that I get more jokes if I make believe. I don't have to like stick to only what happened. I realized it sounded more like storytelling. I do want to be telling jokes. I do. One person was like laughing all the way through, which I appreciate, but I do want to make sure that the whole audience is laughing. So this was an embarrassing one for me. It was a fail for me. I don't give myself any good credit. I didn't. There were barely any laughs, and that was actually a full crowd. There were actually people there, so I could have gotten more laughs. Kind of embarrassing how bad that one is, but hey, it's the start. I can expect to be good at something I've never done before, and I'm practicing. So we will look back at this. There were some jokes that had a lot of potential, and now that I've listened to, I've realized like there's so many jokes that I worked on long ago. I tried to write like a new set every week, so I'm not reusing so many of the jokes. I heard one joke I think I told in the previous set, but after this, I've started trying to make sure that I'm just coming up with new sets and new material every week so I can have like a large joke bank. Gotta prepare for that Hulu or Netflix special. Nah, me. Okay, well, because this sucks, I'm not even gonna give myself the 5 minutes that the stand-up set was. So on our counter, I'm just gonna put an hour, so which brings us to 3 hours and 10 minutes. Definitely needs work. I think this was the point. I remember feeling crappy. I don't know how I come off so confident. I remember feeling like my heart dropped because I think I forgot the joke. It didn't land. I didn't get the laughs. But, you would never tell by looking at me. But I'm cringing over here just watching it. But you know what? Tell me what you think. Drop some comments. Make sure that you're sharing with your friends. Like, subscribe, drop a comment, give me your own review. And of course, be here next time, next week. Check out the video and come along on this journey with me. Let me know some ways you think I could add to my 10,000 hours, sharpen my skills, some more resources, education, or training that might be applicable for getting to these 10,000 hours as soon as possible. My name is Odera. The show is Making Sense of Humor, and you are watching the Odera channel. See you next time.